Share some links, shall we? Dude, you need to get better at jumping. Seriously. Alright, here we go. Do. Be with you in 1 second here. Hey Dave, how you doing, buddy? Welcome in. Good to see you. Hey Jay. Yeah, I saw that too, Jay. Um, Crazy to see that happening. So what's going on, you guys and gals? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Oh my. So we've been talking a lot about wanting to do themes with our shows here. And so I decided I want to touch on the corruption that's hitting our schools. Hi, Jamie. How you doing? Um, you're about to go get your kids? Yeah, that conversation we had earlier, I'm not going to talk about the specifics of it, Jay, but yeah, that conversation just raised so many red flags with me, bud. Um, there's so much corruption in our school systems. It starts first and foremost with school boards. Um, you have people getting into politics, and the first thing they want to try and go into is, oh, I'll join the school board because that's something easy to do, right? Um, and then you see them try to push just so much stupid shit in schools where kids aren't being taught what they should be being taught. If you're in school, what should you be taught? You should be taught reading, writing, math, physical fitness. my God, the physical fitness thing's gone completely south. Do you see how many fat kids there are in our schools these days? I don't think it's a stretch to say that over 50% of kids in school are fat now. Me either, Jamie. Nope. I will shoot somebody over my pets and I will shoot somebody over my kid. Both are my kids. Don't fuck with them. So, nope. But yeah, it's just to see what's going on in a lot of schools. Thankfully, our school board is on good footing and they make really good choices for our kids. Um, like they actually pulled out of the government school lunch program back when Obama was running it because what they did with Michelle Obama, her whole school lunch thing that was so lauded and it was such a great thing, the kids weren't getting enough fucking calories to sustain them just for even through the day. And now you got to remember that some of these kids, that's the only meal that they're getting. Hey, Cal, how'd I know you'd show up for this conversation, bud? I'm glad you're here for it. Hopefully you're doing well. Um, but yeah, they were screwing these kids over to where not only were they not getting enough calories in their meals, school lunches, to sustain them through an entire school day. But like I said, some of these kids just don't get meals at home. They don't have good family lives. You know, and so to take and make it so that the school lunch program was smaller with you poked him with a stick, hopefully not in a sensitive place. we we don't need a Calinon on a stick like Jose Jalapeno on a stick. But okay, sorry. Back to being serious again. Sorry. Um, so I was really thankful when our school district pulled out of that. So, um, but now you're getting, and please don't think this is an attack on all schools or an attack on all teachers or on all school boards because I know that there are amazing school board members out there. There are amazing teachers out there, you know, but unfortunately, I see more bad than good at this point. Okay. You're spicier than Jose. But you have activist teachers that care more about trying to convert their kids into being alphabet people or, all right, Cora, hello, or, getting them to become Antifa and all this crazy crap that kids don't belong in. Kids need to be kids. They need to learn what they need to learn in order to be productive people in society. And they're not being taught that. They're being taught that, hey, if you scream and have the biggest tantrum, you'll get what you want. That's what they're being taught. And so now you have an entire generation of kids coming out of school who think they can cry bully their place of employment or anybody who disagrees with them in the slightest. I also think schools should not profit by selling kids extra shit at lunch. They push all kinds of stuff and make profits in the bottle and drink. Yeah, I don't disagree. You know, when I was in school, hi Cora, welcome in.
Hi, Chris.
When I was in school, do you know what we did if we were still hungry and we needed extra calories? We bought a second lunch. Hell, I know football players who used to buy 3 and 4 lunches. They were linemen, of course. So, if you know anything about football, you'll understand that. But it's just the school system is failing our kids. The system in general is failing our kids because we have a fucked up government right now.
No.
Well, I know I have to point out the obvious first because there is somebody in here that's going to watch this video and go, "What the hell is he talking about?" Well, you got to start with the basics. Our government is tyrannical. They're doing all kinds of crazy shit they shouldn't be doing. They're sending all our jobs overseas, good paying jobs. And it's fucking the generations that are coming up now because they can't get these jobs because they're gone. All right, Cal. And I don't know. Did you see the conversation me and Jay had about his kids earlier today on Discord?
I did.
Okay. Do you understand where I'm coming from about the civil rights violation right there? Because
I do.
I didn't think that you were allowed to even ask for a drug test unless there was probable cause for one. I mean, I get it if you're on probation, that's part of your, something like that. But why for school? I don't understand. Is there that much of an epidemic of drugs in schools these days that's a problem?
Well, why were they wanting to drug test them? Are they going into sports? Or I don't see the reason for a drug test in a school. I don't. Maybe I'm missing something there.
He said it was for some kind of thing, program, but I'm not familiar with the program. So, like I told him, I said if the vice president of the country can go up on TV, on national television and radio, and admit to doing drugs and not have any repercussions about it, people celebrate it. Then why the hell are we worrying about our kids doing it and other people? Why the fuck are we punishing people for doing the same shit that they're doing? That floors me.
Future
Don't get me
leaders
wrong.
of America.
I don't agree with. Yeah, okay. So we know that how many people in Congress have been busted for drug-related offenses? Is it really going to stop them from becoming a leader if they do something? Don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning and I'm not saying they should be doing drugs. Please don't think that at all, because I don't. But I don't think it's going to. Dave says I want to party.
It's an extra program where they get involved with the community. Hey, Jamie.
Hi, Chris. So, I mean, I guess if it's part of their bylaws or whatever, and if it's something that they're doing, I guess it is what it is. But
Then I'm kind of with Jay about that. Let school pay for it. Why do the parents pay enough? The parents pay enough in property taxes because most of it goes to the school. And then they have to pay now for extracurricular activities, the football, the cheerleading, the band, the this, the that, the other. I mean, what the fuck are they doing with all the money through property taxes?
wasting it on fucking expansions.
Well, and
They just
administration.
they just completely rebuilt our fucking school after they just did it when I was in school.
Well, hell, that was, when the dinosaurs were coming across, Chris. Fuck.
Right? I rode one of them big ass brontosauruses back and forth to school. But I mean, and you brought up another good point, Cora. Administrative costs. We had a fucking idiot that they hired for superintendent that didn't even work an entire fucking year and they paid him out his contract. His entire fucking contract when he left. And he left because he wanted to leave. We didn't force him out. But they paid him out the entire contract. I'm like, we have money to fucking blow like that? Well, how about giving some back to the fucking taxpayers? Make their burdens a little bit less.
Oh, Hannah said my daughter made the dino joke last night when the power was out.
That's funny. I don't have a problem with kids doing community service. I think that's a good thing.
It is a good thing. But basically, they're saying, well, here, in order for your kid to do this, then you have to pay for that. And it's like,
No, if it's a required grade for the school, it should be included in the school ship. Extracurriculars are one thing, but if it's
well,
something that's required for school, the
I
school
think
should
this,
fucking pay for it.
I think this might be an extracurricular.
Yeah, that's what
But
he was
then
saying.
again, like I said, my property taxes are $4,000 a year, and the school here gets like $3,000 of it. Yet the kids have to pay for their football equipment and their uniforms. They have to pay for same way with cheerleading, same way with the baseball and the bat. They're paying for everything, and you got to buy books now.
What?
Yeah, they make them buy
That's
their books
that's crazy.
or rent their books or buy their tablet that they need, their Chrome tablet or whatever they're using.
Now, see, our school gave Katie the option of when she graduated, she could keep her laptop if we wanted to pay it off. But I had just bought brand new laptops, and I'm like, well, I'm not buying another one, especially one that the school has access to, because they still have access to that fucking laptop after you get it. I'm
Cal
like,
says
no.
Cal says, I disagree with forced community service for kids. It's no different than slavery. Hey, kids, if you want to graduate, you must perform free government service. Cal says he always had to buy his books in high school and junior high. We didn't buy books when I went to school. They were
We didn't
handed
either.
to us.
Nope. A lot of colleges actually require community service as a prerequisite for applying to schools. I don't know if you knew that.
I think they want to know if you've been involved in your community. I don't think it's really, it's like a resume. All that shit looks good on a resume, but when it boils down to it, can you actually do the job?
Phil says, what do you do? Drop out? I mean, seriously, what do you do for kids who can't afford books? They just share with another fucking kid. I mean,
They
I don't
pass
understand that whole buying book thing. That's
they pass kids right along. Most of the people who graduate, especially in inner city schools, they can't hardly fucking read, let alone do a math problem. They just pass them along just to get rid of them. They don't actually teach in schools anymore. They they
let's
teach
see if
you to
piece of
pass a test, and then once the test is passed, you forget about it and move on to the next test. That's all it
hope
is. It's
it's working.
nothing that they're going to use.
Don't mind me, I'm an idiot. Um, I was dancing because the share screen is actually fucking working today. So we're gonna go look up some statistics.
Cal says, then again, it was all about the exact curriculum needed, no fluff.
Oh, I don't
Jay
want to be
says
there
they
yet.
do have assistance programs for kids.
We'll go over that one. Okay, we're going
Look,
to look up. Um,
nobody will go to school in North Carolina, Phil says. Nobody would go. I don't know. If I had kids nowadays, they'd be homeschooled. I wouldn't send them to a public school.
let's see the statistics on how of kids going to school, high school kids that can read at
8th grade level.
teens are entering high school reading at a third grade level. That's can you see that?
Yep. It already pops up for you.
September 7th, 2023.
Homeschooling all the way. Yep.
77% of Baltimore high school kids read at elementary levels. That included 71 high school students who were reading at a kindergarten level and 88 students reading at a first grade. This is unacceptable.
Well, if you can't
But it
read, why
also
in the hell are you being passed from grade to grade if you can't read?
but also it's partly the parents' fault. School is not supposed to be a fucking babysitter. School is a contact sport for parents. You need to get your ass in there, and you need to be making sure that they're learning and they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's on you as a
Single
parent.
single parents working 2, sometimes 3 jobs nowadays to support their kids, keep a roof over their head, and put food on the table.
I
I mean,
understand.
I'm
I
I'm I'm
feel
not
for 'em.
saying that there's not a lack in parenting in the world today. A lot of parents need to get their heads out of the phone and stuff and pay attention to their kids and sit down with them and do their homework and stuff. But if they're not there, if they're working, what are they supposed to do?
Yeah, I said about that earlier, Phil. We were talking about the food situation and how, Michelle Obama actually cut the school calories back to where it wasn't sustaining kids through the day. And I brought up the fact that usually a lot of kids, that is the only meal they get is that one lunch at school. And now she fucked them out of some more calories because she wants to look good. I'm going to make lunches healthy. They were healthy to begin with. What the fuck are they giving in high school and in school lunches that's not healthy?
Besides all the prepackaged bullshit, nothing.
Our school made everything right there. You know, um,
Oh,
if
mine
you were
too,
bad
when I
enough,
went to school. But now it
if
all comes
if
in
you
frozen from whatever place.
if you were bad enough, you made to go help work in the freaking kitchen at some point. Don't ask me how I know that. Um,
First-hand experience.
yeah.
And the school
But
supplies are ridiculous now too. Teachers wanting Clorox wipes and shit What are they doing with 50 things of Clorox wipes? Are they cleaning shit that's for the janitor to do? They
Yeah.
want you to bring in Clorox wipes, dry erase markers, um, 10 boxes of Kleenex, just so if kids who don't have, they can supply. So everybody has what
If
they
they
need.
want a donation thing for kids that don't have it, that's one thing, but don't make it a mandatory thing.
You gotta
You
see
sit
the
there and
list.
say, you sit there and say, hey, if you can, maybe donate one of these items or something along those lines so that a child in need can have it to take home with them if they need it. I can
All kid,
understand doing it that way, but if you're mandating that all kids in Minnesota now get free lunch,
I think every kid in school should get a free lunch. Again,
yeah, I have
property
no problem with
taxes.
that. You guys pay enough in property taxes to cover that.
Hello, Thomas.
How you doing, Thomas? Me and Thomas were jamming out this morning on the music. I was waiting for Dave to pop in. I don't know. Maybe he went to took a nap today and didn't see the link, but he usually hops on there too. Cal was a janitor for a major public school system. The wipes the kids brought in were for things that happened during the day and in our school for making kids clean their own messes sometimes. Yeah, I have no problem. I'll admit Katie got free lunches because I was not able to work. Um,
I think all kids ought to have free lunches. Sometimes that's the only meal they get of the day. You know what I mean?
yeah, no,
They
I get
need
it.
free lunches, and they need a good lunch.
And some of these schools are putting fucking McDonald's, Burger King, Pizza Huts in their cafeterias. Why?
They need a good home cooked meal.
They need something other than fast food that's going to make them have to run to the fucking bathroom and waste time and not be in the classroom.
They're young. That hasn't hit them yet. That'll hit them
Bullshit,
when
it
they get
hasn't hit
older.
them. Bullshit. Oh yeah, Dave says at least Ukraine is taken care of. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
exactly. Yeah, with their pension and
Or,
shit over there, we're taking good care of them.
or all the illegals that are coming in here that have fucking free everything.
Oh, I don't even want to go
Again,
there with that.
I don't have a problem with people coming here and wanting to make a better life for themselves. But they tell you go to the closest country to you where you are and file for asylum from there. That is the law. Doesn't say come down to South America and work your way up, to Mexico. And I'm sorry, I think we should punish Mexico for fucking letting them through their country.
What happened to old remain in Mexico until you were vetted before you come over here? What happened to
Oh,
that? Oh, that was Biden.
yeah, puppet boy, the man
Yep.
with the asshole so big they can fit their hands up it now without even using lube.
Oh, damn,
But
Chris.
yeah, he signed reverse that order the first day he was in
Yep.
office. But there's so many kids, and you know who the biggest person to blame for this bullshit right here is?
Tell us.
George Bush Jr. He made that no kid left behind law pass, and since then all education has fucking dropped because now instead of being able to continue to teach your class and they learn what they're supposed to, you have to focus on one kid and drag the rest of the class down with them.
I think in the schools they should team kids together. the one to help the other ones. You know what I'm saying?
Thomas said it's coming. Mexico will pay dearly.
Oh yeah.
Are we going to annex Mexico? Fuck, wouldn't that be something? Uh,
I just get pissy about the United States anymore, or the government. Let me
yeah,
clarify
I
that.
love my
We
country.
we we can
I
grow
despise my
anything
government.
here. We can grow anything here. We can manufacture shit here. You know, we can be so self-sustainable, but then it's like what we have now doesn't want that. You know, we don't have to send our money anywhere. We need to build our country back and take care of ourselves. Because there's nobody going to be rushing to our aid if we need help. They're going to sit over there and just flip us off. That's just my opinion, for what it counts. And
Ohana
no
says,
more
why
anchor
see,
babies.
apparently the school system where Ohana is has lunch trucks that come in, food trucks. Yeah, I agree with the no anchor babies. If you're here illegally and have a kid, that kid should not be considered an American citizen.
No,
I'm sorry. That should not be, because that's all they're doing is they're trying to anchor themselves here, and I'm just so tired of it. We are taxing our system to failure.
I'm
We
afraid we've already failed in a lot of aspects. We've let our vets down. We've let our elderly down. We're letting our kids down.
How many people here remember when back in the late 80s there was a big thing going on about elderly people on Social Security buying cat and dog food because they couldn't afford fucking groceries? Yeah,
You
anybody
don't
else remember that?
you don't think that's still happening?
Well, I guarantee it's happening. There's people out there who are fucking unretiring because they can't live off of what their retirement. I said end screen share. So I'm just we sell hamburgers to each other. Yeah. Here's my thing to Trump. All these American-made companies that are making shit overseas and bringing it back in here without paying tariffs on it because they're an American company. Hit them with 100% fucking import tax.
They should put
Make them
tariffs
fucking
on.
bring make them bring the shit back to the United States where we make shit for ourselves. Until we do that, nothing's going to change here. It's going to keep getting worse. More people are going to be put out of jobs because of automation, sorry. Um,
Hey, Andrea.
hey, Andrea,
J- Jay says, speaking of baby laws, I'd like for there to be a mandatory paternity test before a newborn leaves the hospital.
I'd be okay with that.
Dave says, isn't that why they made pet food okay for human consumption?
That's a lie, buddy. I'll tell you right
Ohana.
now. Dave, let me explain this to you, okay? And if I'm going to tell you this, and when I tell you this, you're probably going to want to make your own homemade dog food and cat food from now on, if you buy wet food. When I worked at the stockyards, any dead cows, sheep, goats, and pigs would get put out back. A company out of Virginia called Valley Protein would send a truck up. They would lift these animals up, drop them into a fucking all but the sheep and goats. They didn't like the sheep and goats because it tore up their machinery. But any cows, calves, or any pigs, they would come up there and load them into this truck and take them down to be processed into dog food. if you would have seen the state of some of these animals when they would take them, you would not feed them to your worst enemy, let alone someone or something that you love. Yeah, Phil, we saw that in Texas. They opened the first automated McDonald's down there. The only person there is somebody who works on the machinery. That's the only person in the entire fucking building. So we got a little off topic here, but yeah, I mean, you see all these illegals that come up here, and now they've got to put resources into finding teachers that can teach them how to speak English, and try and teach that. That takes away from our kids. And I think our biggest problem right now, especially in liberal states, is activist teachers. Seriously. How many teachers have we seen on Libs of TikTok that are bragging about not having an American flag in their fucking classroom, but they've got the gay flag and they've got this flag and that flag, the communist flag hanging up and all this other crazy shit. That should be illegal.
I think most people, some people, fuck it. The majority of the people in the United States just need bitch slapped and woke up.
I'll volunteer. Let's go.
I'm telling you.
They're slapping people. Phil says Alpo yummy. He says I didn't say it was edible for humans. It was just supposed to be edible for humans. Yeah, now you can't trust.
Human grade food they're using for your pets.
Well, I'm telling you that's a fucking lie because I've been there. I've watched it. You see crazy shit. I don't know if you've ever worked fast food.
No.
Oh, I could tell you stories. The shit people do when they think you're not looking.
I don't have patience for fast food. Some things I know I don't have patience for. I barely had patience to do customer service for Amazon for the first 3 months I was there. Thank God they moved me to social media.
Thomas add a little ketchup, Phil. Yum. Yeah, add some bug juice to it. Literally, I don't know if you know how many bugs they can put in ketchup.
Just protein.
If you did, you probably wouldn't use it. But I can tell you, we consume a lot more bugs than we think.
It's not, Thomas. It's not safe for consumption.
Jimmy Hoffa's in the can.
Dave, they pretty much do feed us shit and get away with it.
Yeah. We had that conversation the other day when we talked about the different additives that they're putting in foods. Shit that shouldn't be allowed in food. It's harmful to humans. All to make it cheaper. Well, if we had good paying jobs here in the United States, it wouldn't matter if it was made cheaper because everybody could fucking afford it then.
All to get rid of their petroleum byproducts.
Here's an idea. Send it somewhere where they can burn it off.
Oh God, no, that would hurt the atmosphere. Global warming, Chris. Get up with the times.
That's why I think of global warming.
Too many cow farts.
Climate change is real. Yes, I agree with that, but here's the problem. Climate real has happened for millions of fucking years. It's a natural occurrence. Are these people that stupid that they don't realize if they look at a book that has dinosaurs in it, it's right here. It's all over. Sorry, Mom's looking for a lighter. I got to keep up with chat today. I got yelled at for that. Johanna says I worked at Murphy's Pizza before the Papa was added, and a pretzel
A
place in
pretzel
the
place.
mall. I love the pretzel place.
Was that Annie's Pretzels or something?
I like Annie Ann's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
90% of people with cancer can thank the FDA for it. Yep,
no doubt,
sure can.
no doubt. I just am sickened by the way that our government thinks that we're freaking lab rats or worse. The way we're treated now is basically like communist Russia. You know it? Honestly, they just give us the illusion of we get to vote for the person that's going to tell us
Hell,
how we're
save
going
the democracy, and they didn't even get to vote to put Kamala in as a candidate for the presidency. They just assigned her. So what democracy?
there's Jimmy put out a video about that the other day, and it's got Gavin Newsom on a podcast with three other white guys, all of them wearing the same suit for some odd reason. It was just really weird. And they're on there laughing about how transparent and how unified the Democrat electors were, and about the change and candidates. And they're just up there laughing like it was and all giddy like fucking little schoolgirls over this shit. And I'm just like, how do these people that support this not see how much bullshit it is?
Dave Fauci needs to be used as a lab rat. Do some experiments
One,
on him.
okay, you got that like 5 days ago.
Squirrel.
No, mom's complaining about tea.
Let's all go down and get our ration of Soylent Green. No. Hi, Andy. She was installed.
Andrew,
I strongly like Gavin Newsom. Strongly dislike Gavin Newsom.
you
Dave
scum.
says, shit on Fauci.
Well, hey, if you want to give Fauci a dirty Sanchez, you just go right ahead for there, Dave. We're not going to say nothing about it.
I'm not going to get
Some
that
of us
close
might,
to the man.
some of us might help you tie him down to do it. We're not going to sit there while you do it, but we'll help you tie it down. You cannot tell me that that was not planned when they have video and photos of Fauci and Obama walking around the Wuhan Institute for Virology. But you can't find those pictures or videos anymore. Did you know that?
Cal's going to volunteer to help. Does
I
anyone here know my
do not.
personal history with Fauci? No, Cal, I don't.
I think we touched on it briefly, Cal, but I'm sorry, bud. I'm not. I don't remember exactly, bud. But I can't. Fauci is not a good person. He got exactly what he wanted, and I believe it was released on purpose for that reason. Now, I'll be honest with you, because I said that, this video will probably be taken down after we're done.
Well,
I don't
shit
care.
happens.
Whatever. Fuck them. I'll still tell the truth.
Okay, Corey, I'm going to text you. Since I'm 100%, it'll get item modded. Okay, cool. That works for me, Cal.
Yeah, Andrew says the Democrats are scammers. anyone who would do what they did to an animal is evil. What he did to those dogs. How in the hell? What does that have to do with science? I mean, seriously.
Ohana, Ohana wants to know, so what do you think's going to happen after the debate with Trump?
I don't think they're going to have the debate. I honestly think she's going to back out. She's not. She has nothing to gain from doing the debate. It's going to make her look stupid, which we already know. But it's going to actually, like they say, it's better to let people assume that you're stupid rather than open your mouth and prove that you're stupid.
Maybe she'll send Waltz in her place. Walls, that Timmy.
Timmy, I do that too good. um, yeah, Timmy's definitely an animal lover from what I hear. I just think I just threw up in my mouth. Sorry.
Ugh. But
if she actually follows through with the debate, I think she's done. I think that will cement Trump's win as long as he makes it through the election and we have an election.
thanks, Cal. Ugh. I'm just knocking all kinds of shit over here.
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all, Chris. I think Vance would hammer walls on a lot of his policy, especially him hiding and while Minneapolis was burning. Yeah, he's a coward. He's proved he's a coward numerous times with his actions. And yeah. I did two big pans of green beans. We're gonna blanch and freeze here shortly. So that's gonna be fun. But yeah, I mean, the corruption in our government, this is what our founding fathers warned us against. But sadly, people have been brainwashed and conditioned to think that, first off, the younger generation thinks we live in a democratic country. We don't. Okay, so anybody who's watching this, you live in a constitutional republic with democratic tendencies. Okay, get that straight before you come at anybody and say, oh, we live in a democracy. No, we don't. Get your shit straight. Go learn something.
Now we're heading towards a banana republic.
We're already there.
Communist
we got to that.
Jay says Trump could win the election and then they could have no transfer of power if they start a war, which is true.
I think that would start a war here if they did that.
I think that before it's all said and done, Aurora is going to spread to more cities, and then they're going to have to call martial law.
It's already spreading to more cities.
But you know what I mean. They're going to end up calling martial law or something. They're not going. I really don't believe they're going to let the election happen. And if it does, then they're going to put us in a war, whether it's a civil war here within the United States or whether it's one abroad, to where there'll be no transfer of power. But if that's the case and there's no transfer of power, then does that mean that we're stuck with Biden? Because it would take 6 months or longer to get Joe out on the 25th. I mean, can he just say, fuck it, I'm done, and just hand everything over to Kamala?
I mean, I guess he could do a, what the hell was his name? He could do a Nixon and just resign, I suppose, but I don't think he will.
I don't think he wanted to step aside.
He didn't.
I think he was threatened.
Yep. You either step aside or we'll make sure Hunter goes to jail for life.
Yep. You'll be Clintonized, whatever.
Well, they have so much shit on him. I mean, honestly, they've got the Ukraine coup where he threatened them to withhold money if they didn't fire, the prosecutor there. That's a coup. That's illegal. He should be brought up on charges for that.
But he's not going to be.
Thomas says, nowhere in the Constitution does it say democracy. No, it does not.
It does not.
It does say we the people are in charge of government, though.
We're not in charge anymore.
Do I feel bad about Joe's situation with his brain? Yes, I do. I believe he was taken advantage of. I believe his wife wanted the power of being the first lady, and she abused her husband to get that.
I'm not saying Joe was ever a smart man.
We know he wasn't.
But I don't know. I'm wondering if they're giving him drugs to make him act like he is. I mean,
yeah,
maybe not. Maybe Alzheimer's are setting in, but you know what I mean? Maybe he's just so messed up all the time that he doesn't have a clue.
They're giving him something when he does his addresses. They're giving him something that's making him... Because, I mean, look how aggressive he gets eventually.
Probably too much coke. Didn't they find some in the White House? They don't know who it belonged to?
I don't know. Come on, buddy. You can't do that to me. Damn it, Whiskers.
He's been Obama's puppet.
Yep.
I hear Fred.
Obama's ass... I don't want to know about Obama's ass, damn it. Obama's hand smells like Joe's ass. We all know that.
How you doing, Fred?
Iffy?
Yeah.
You don't sound too good, bud. You all right?
My sinuses are draining in my throat.
You may be coming down with a bad case of sinusitis or bronchitis. Maybe both.
Andrew said even worse, he's a plant. Dave yelled, Fred!
What?
Just hi.
Oh my. So, again, I say this all the time, and I hate to say it, but I don't see a way out of this. It's not going to end in violence. I don't want to see violence.
Obama's just going to get his 4th term. That's all.
Andrea said, you okay, Fred? Allergies have been bad.
Maybe he's been sleeping too close to the crack.
Fred has crack?
Chase has been yelling too much at the other drivers.
Probably.
Yeah, that'll do it too. I've been there, done that. What are you doing, you fucking idiot?
Hey, who's calling a fucking idiot?
Other drivers. You got me pretty good there. We have a bag of wipes out here. Or did we take them all in? Huh? Scratched me. Hell, he stabbed me. Does it all the time. Sorry, guys. I gotta get a wipe and wipe my leg off. Whiskers
I told you what
stabbed
to
me.
do with them. Clip them nails. Take the points off. Cal says, hey, Fred.
Do not. The little shit wants to come and jump up my leg now to get the rag I'm trying to use to clean the mess up. Look out, puppy. Why am I bleeding so much from a little prick?
Dave, be right back. Gotta squeeze my sponge. I don't even want to know. I'm not even going to ask for clarification on that.
You can't show blood on YouTube, you know that, right? Doesn't matter what it's from, if you show blood on YouTube, you get in trouble. On a
Really?
live stream, anyway. So where'd you make it to, Fred?
Right now I'm in Morgantown, West Virginia.
Making
Say
pretty
hi
good
to-
time.
Say hi to Jimmy while you're there.
Jimmy Hoffa.
Jimmy, my cousin.
Oh.
I'm sure.
Hey, Jimmy. Corey said hi.
Jamie
He said,
says,
hey back.
Jamie says her sinuses hurt from crying too hard. I know.
Cal says, as for the election, my more direct concern is that Trump does win, but the electors magically vote for Kupasa, and it's confirmed by the corrupt Congress.
That's a possibility too, Cal.
I hate to
Yeah.
stay up all night and watch them damned votes come in.
No, not yet, but it's not good.
I really think it's going to be a landslide. I think they're just stirring up shit.
It's got to be a landslide in order for it to be, it's got to be too big to deny. And we have to have people in the polling areas that don't put up with the bullshit. You know, don't let them tell you, oh, you got to stay back this far. Bullshit.
All I know is I went to bed at midnight on the last election thinking Trump won, and woke up and lo and behold, for a man who never went out and did anything, never left his basement, and he won.
Yeah. But that was just based
shit,
off
Dave.
of
Okay,
Trump hate.
hold on. Okay, Dave, I'm there. I put in my like.
Oh, is Dave going after you again?
Yeah. Oh my God, 10 watching and 6 likes. I'm grabbing my chest.
I can't like it when I'm on Rumble.
Right?
Oh, you're the guy on Rumble?
No, Rumble Studios. The
can't-
likes
I
don't
can't
show
see
up on the
YouTube.
lives. You can't like it if you're on a live. The only way
I'm not
I can
sure.
like it is through the computer.
I'm one of the people watching, Dave. I'm not going to like myself, bud. I think that's cheating. Kind of like voting for yourself. I wouldn't vote for myself. I just wouldn't even vote. I vote
Elizabeth.
Democrats. It works for the Democrats.
Yeah. Don't let them start early counting. Andrew, it's supposed to be 1 day. That's it. 1 day. Period. My state is saying that it could take up to 2 weeks for them to finalize the election here in Pennsylvania. They should be.
It shouldn't
never
take
has
that
before.
long. Everything's electronic now. It shouldn't take 2 frickin' weeks. Maybe I could understand if they went to 1-day voting and paper ballots, but everything's electronic now.
Okay, what was what the hell was the name of the country? There was a country that rivals us in size, and they had paper ballots, and they had the election figured out the next day. You're telling me we can't fucking do that? I don't believe it. Sorry, I just don't. Who's Elizabeth? Did I miss something?
Yeah, it's the big one. Here I come, Elizabeth. Sanford and Son.
Okay, Red Fox.
Yep.
They said, here's an extra like for you. Isn't there a song out? I think it's by Ray Stevens. It says, don't let me vote Democrat when I die." I gotta look that up.
Was it Ray Stevens?
Let's go look, shall we? Let's see if it'll let me share my screen a second time. Nope. Told me to go fuck myself. Oh well. At least we got it to work once. That's better than normal.
I'm leaving you here.
Okie dokie. No, I don't care about likes, Andrew. But I like some of your clips. I just haven't got a chance to watch all of them yet. Well, people need to be vigilant this time and actually stay there and keep an eye on things until they actually lock everything up, close it up. Then they need to post somebody outside. That way, if something happens, they can call the people back.
Don't let them get wet, basement.
Have them tell them to make sure they have a plumber go through and check all the piping beforehand.
I should have just muted and took you with me so I could hear Fred talk shit.
Okay.
Chris is gonna watch TJ and make a cake.
TJ and what?
The debate is 9 o'clock Eastern time, 8 o'clock your time, Jay. Is TJ gonna help you make your cake? Chris is going to do his school project and watch TJ's grandson. So, I think this cat hit a freaking small blood vessel or something. This thing won't stop bleeding.
Pressure.
Get cat scratch finger.
That's actually a real thing.
I know it. I've had it.
That's why I
It
cleaned it up.
sucks too. I'd rather have malaria.
Nah.
Oh yeah, Andrew, I had some guy post on one of my videos. I have more followers than you. I said, good for you. Okay. What the hell do I care?
Yeah, but they don't have us.
Well, that's true.
Family. I don't have a family following.
I don't. Like I've always said, I don't care about how many people are joining us and this and that. It's about the community. You guys are the ones that make this what it is. I'm just the guy up here talking most of the time.
That's why I
I think we
said he
got
may have more followers, but he doesn't have a family.
right.
We have a family.
All right, Jay. Have a great night, bud. Be safe
Bye,
and have fun.
Jay.
Dave said his dad had cat scratch fever in the 70s. His armpits hurt him during it. That's interesting. But yeah, that damn fire burned for like, I think it finally just went out like half an hour ago.
Too
It burned
windy
all
here
damn.
for a fire.
It got pretty windy, but it was just ashes at the bottom burning off. So I wanted to let them finish burning so that way I could just dump them. So what are you all thinking about today?
I'm done for the day, I think.
James Earl Jones, that's 2 today. Kathy Bates passed away as well.
What?
No, she did. No, she did.
I saw a post on Facebook. Let me go look.
Exactly. It's on Facebook.
And James Earl Jones passed? Is that what you said?
Him, I can believe. He's old.
Kathy Bates ain't that young.
September 9th. Sure did. James Earl Jones did. Damn it. I liked his voice.
You know, he was a stutterer in college, and he was pre-med.
Really?
Yep. Him and a friend. Something about him and a friend were out. Something happened to his friend, and he was dying, and he couldn't get it out to. He was trying to get somebody to help him, and he couldn't get it out, and he finally just told somebody to go get help or whatever, and that broke his stuttering.
Kathy Bates is still living.
Oh yeah, it says there it's been concerned. So, apparently she's been battling ovarian and breast cancer.
Cut them off and take it out.
She's been battling ovarian cancer since 2003 and breast cancer since 2012. Wow.
You know, to be as old as she is, she was still a good-looking woman to me.
Yep.
You got a fire on here, I know.
And a damn good actress.
She was a good pick for Molly Brown.
Come on, Fred. Let's play Misery.
Just watch out for that wood block and that sledgehammer, Fred.
Good.
Not good. It wasn't the head she was hitting.
Kathy Bates was pretty badass in Fried Green Tomatoes too.
I liked her in Blindside.
Hey, Mike. Welcome in, bud. Happy belated birthday.
I just saw her in one of those deals where they lip sync battle. All those stars get together and lip sync.
Yeah, with LL Cool J.
Yeah, she was lip syncing. What was she lip syncing? I don't remember. She was damn sure rocking it.
I haven't watched that in forever. I'll have to see if I can find it. But, Mike, I hope your friend's feeling better soon.
Thomas won the Zimbabwe lottery on Facebook.
Woo! Did you get a whole 10 cents?
Quick, give them your account number. Let them deposit it.
I got a Cash App card that doesn't have any money on it. You can give them that. That'll piss them off. I go, no money over here. That's why I bought the Cash App card, so I could use it to put it on accounts that require a credit card, but they can never pull money off it.
Yeah, but there's some way they figure out how, so it's a prepaid card too. They won't take it. I've had several hotels do that to me.
No, I'm
We
just
got a
fucking
whole
with you.
$500. No, you don't.
The hell's wrong with them?
Well, you'll get it back 10 days. I said, that's 10 days I'm out. You gonna pay me interest?
Right?
Right. Yeah, if they have a
Mike.
hold. If they have it on hold, you should be
That's what I told him.
Hi, Ruth.
He told me that he couldn't rent, he couldn't accommodate me. I said, okay, Motel 6 will.
Right. You don't want my fucking money, I'll go somewhere else.
Well,
Mike
Shit, I'll
says
sleep in my
heart
car
stuff.
before I do that.
Mike says heart stuff. He's doing better than expected. Thanks. Can't ride his trike for quite a while.
That doesn't sound good. So hopefully,
so I ain't rode mine in quite a while, and I ain't sick, but I am now. Sick and tired. Sick and tired of working like an Ethiopian slave.
now you're not to that point yet. You're not shitting in buckets beside your trailer yet, Fred.
There's a 5-gallon bucket right back here for emergencies.
All these guys.
I'm not getting dressed at 2 o'clock in the morning.
We used to have a bunch of questionable drivers that drove for Forward Air. They got caught many times using the bathroom outside their trucks. Even when the shop was open and they could have went in and used the bathroom at the shop, they still went and used the bathroom out there. Oh, he was a Union Rider president. Oh boy. So you'll have money when your super comes into play. Not sure I'm following that.
Mike says he's the Legion Rider president, the guy that has the trike.
Yeah. Yep.
Thomas says we had a pilot shitting in a Walmart bag right before an airdrop.
Did he drop the bag as part of the airdrop? Here's a special surprise.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
No, I get it. Been there, done that.
You shit in a Walmart bag?
I don't know if it was a Walmart bag, but I've done it in a bag already.
I
You've
top
done it in the woods.
I did the damn Burger King Cup on a golf course.
Really?
Interesting.
I was driving a golf cart around with beer and refreshments. Yeah. But there was nowhere to go. All I had is that Burger King Cup.
You're a better shot than I am, pal, because I would have missed.
I know. I want to be a bombardier now.
Oh, okay. So it's your pension, basically. You haven't done any arting today, huh? Are you gonna?
Yeah, crazy.
You gonna fix that?
Dig a hole. That's right, Andrea. Shit behind the tree. Go to the woods.
Well, that's what we were
Watch
taught
out for
in
poison
Boy
ivy.
Scout. Yeah. Leaves of 3, leave it be.
Check out for rattlesnakes.
We don't have to worry about that here. Copperheads,
Yeah.
maybe.
Snake is a
Chubb,
snake.
Chubbs, it's way too early.
Chubbs is saying it's never too early, woman.
Yeah. Typical male, always following me around wanting something.
Here, you can have this. Is that going over the burn pit? Oh, well, damn. I guess you don't want this then. Got some withdrawal going on, I bet. Just imagine if you were somebody who had to go over to Europe for World War II, you know? Imagine how many times they didn't have a bathroom to use.
Damn, it's getting a
Hell,
little cool already.
back in those days, a lot of people over there didn't even have indoor plumbing. They were still using outhouses.
I can remember using a slop jar in the dead of winter at my great granddad's house.
Yep.
Yeah.
At Grandma's too, so you didn't have to go out in the middle of the night.
What, you don't want your butt cheeks frozen to a toilet seat?
When all you're wearing is a dressing gown.
I get it, bud. I'm just being a smart ass.
I wore one of Grandpa's shirts, t-shirts.
They had latrines. No, not in World War II. A lot of places they didn't have them. They dug a hole and went where they were. Nope, you can smell a copperhead. It smells like cucumber. If you're walking through the woods and you smell a fresh cucumber smell, there's a copperhead close to you. Either that or some idiot dropped a bunch of fucking cucumbers out in the middle of the woods. But
I'd say it'd
I'm
be
not
the
even going.
copperhead.
I don't even want to test that theory.
what, the cucumber thing?
I don't want to know if a copperhead smell like a cucumber or not.
I can attest to it. I've seen copperheads and smelled cucumbers at the same time.
I don't want to get that close to a copperhead. I can smell his ass.
This one time at deer camp.
Bruce
Interesting
says,
conversation considering we have to figure out what we are going to do here at the park when they shut the water off in November.
What was the thing about the flute?
This
one time at deer
band
camp.
Don't answer that. Hey, I'll be right back.
All right, but
Toodles.
it's the first week of deer camp and all the guys are here.
They called them
Remember that
slit
song?
trenches. So
trenches.
you're at a campground, Ruth, and they're going to turn the water off in November?
Do they have all year long campsites by chance? Most campgrounds have at least a couple of them. Well, campgrounds will shut off the water to like 90% of the campground over the winter, because of pipes freezing. I know that, but they usually have a couple campsites where they have the pipes dug extra deep and insulated for all year camping. So I would ask about that.
Either that or get a bunch of bottled water. The jugs.
Yeah, find a friend that lives close to the campground and go and fill up water jugs there. But if they're shutting the water off, that means they're going to shut the sewer down too.
Campground Park here is year round. However, we have power, but water is turned off November through April.
Huh.
Oh, that don't make a lot of sense. You need
Well,
water.
yeah, but like I said, I don't know how their setup is. I know that around here they have, like I said, a couple, maybe 10% of the sites, because you always have people that come through during the winter months traveling, and they
We don't
still need to
have
have water hookups.
we don't have year round here. There's a campground right down the road from me, but they don't camp there all year.
Andrea's talking our style now, big jugs.
Yep, I don't have them. Oh, okay. There's a clubhouse to get water, and I can get water at the building I work at. Okay.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, just make the best of the situation, I suppose. Do they have like a shower house that stays open all year too then?
Well, maybe the camper has a shower. If it's gray water, shower water and sink water, run it out on the ground.
Well, I'm just saying, if they have no water, they're not gonna. I mean, they could dump it over their heads, but if there's a shower facility, that'd be the better way to go.
Not worried about where to get water, and we can still use water outside and two houses available, but in the middle of the night.
Yeah, no, I get middle. You're up where it's even colder than it is here usually. So yeah, my ass wouldn't be going outside in that. Shit, there's a damn drill I was looking for. Sorry, squirrel, drill, whatever.
That is real camping in the winter, Mike.
And if you get lots of snow, all you gotta do is step outside with a pot and scoop up some snow, and you got all the water you need.
We used to make ice cream in the winter
Club has
out of
all that,
snow.
including a hot tub, sauna, and a restaurant. Well, there you go. Yeah, it won't be too bad then.
No, huh?
But yeah, we used to have a camper up at year round when I was a kid, at the local campground here, and yeah, we had fun up there. Mike says squirrel. What is all this?
What's all what?
Well, Mom's coming back here with a cart full of stuff. I guess we're going to go through stuff for sale tomorrow.
I don't know. I might need to invest in a hot tub.
Wednesday, I don't know about doing shows.
All right.
I'm not going to be home.
Okay.
I'm going with Mom to get where she's landscaping.
Yeah.
The owners gave us permission to go in their woods and grab up all the wood we want.
Yes.
So we'll be doing that Wednesday, and I don't know if I'm out in the woods, I won't have a problem with going live with you guys out there where it's.
Well, don't worry about it.
But
Are you you're the one who'll be jonesing. We can hang out on Discord. You'll be the one who's like, oh my God.
You went up here?
Bruce says, trailer is completely skirted and 2 heaters and a heating blanket. We're not have to worry about that, about heat.
Well, that's good. Yeah. I mean, I've already told Mom if it wouldn't be for having 3 cats, I wouldn't mind moving into a camper in a campground. But that wouldn't be fair to the boys. That wouldn't be enough room for them to run around in. Huh? Well, they need places to play. But yeah. I don't know. If I hit the big lottery, we're buying an island somewhere.
South or north?
Out in the middle of nowhere. I don't know. I don't care. As long as it's somewhere where we don't have to deal with all these fucking stupid people.
I think no matter where you go, you're going to have stupid people.
Well, I'll tell them to eat me, all right. Mom said I'll buy an island with cannibals that don't want to eat me.
Well, those have
They
its
wouldn't want to eat
advantages.
me. They wouldn't want to eat me. I'm too fat. Tiffany has all the
Sasquatch Island.
play.
Andrea says Sasquatch Island.
There we go. We'll have fun with that. We'll scare people off with a giant Sasquatch thing that we can automate so it moves around and has a big speaker that growls at people when they try and come on land.
Uncle Posey.
Don't get my imagination going. We'll have all kinds of weird shit going on. Who's eating that? Whiskers? No, Whiskers over here. Sweet Pea's trying to eat the plastic flowers. And several of our friends to check on her whenever we're not here. That's always a good thing. You know, when you have to work, it's always good to have somebody that can pop in, let your pets out if they need out to go to the potty and stuff, especially as they get older. Because as animals get older, it's harder for them to hold their bowels and stuff. Really? It's a loot crate. Ooh. It's a thing from the Captain Marvel comic movie. It's her standing on a stand.
I'm lost.
Ow! What the fuck is wrong with you? Talking about cannibals? I know it's Tiny. She does this shit all the time. I'm gonna punch you in the nose. I can't play that. That's just for PlayStation 3. Anybody want a PlayStation 3 game?
No.
The Batman Arkham Asylum. James Earl Jones, the voice of Darth Vader, just died today. Any Star Wars fans out there? Coloring book. Ow.
James Earl Jones could read the dictionary and it would sound good.
Coloring book. Art of coloring. Do you see any color in here? Any color at all? It's 30 illness. Yes.
Chris has lost all sight again.
I've lost what?
You're squirreling on us.
Well, it's Mom's fault. That's for a PlayStation. Well, not unless the PlayStation's in there. I don't know. This looks like it might be busted. No, Katie has an Xbox. So, all right. What else you want to talk about? Since I'm going all over the place.
Just pick something and stay focused. Mike Squirrel.
It's mom's fault.
You can't blame everything on your parents, Chris.
She's talking to me and handing me shit. The bitch won't come out.
What is it?
It's what I thought it was. It's Captain Marvel.
Well, hell, if it's still in the
Figurine.
box and in the plastic, quit messing with the box and stick it on eBay and make you some money.
She's going to take it with her tomorrow and sell it.
Do your
Well,
research on it before you sell it.
Those are kind of expensive, actually.
Are those Fun Pop things still popular?
Funko Pops. Yeah. Oh my. Fred's not on right now. Mom said that that's a woman for Fred.
Fred's scared.
Where'd you get this shit from now? Don't ask. That's always fun. Green bean, anyone? Score's looking at me like, this guy's lost his fucking mind.
I'll just sit here and shake my head.
I'm trying to think.
So is Kamala going to discuss her policies tomorrow night?
She has no policies.
Well,
The
you
only
know
policy
that, and I
she's
know
come
that.
out with, the only policy she's come out with has been the exact same ones that Trump has come out with, because she's trying to portray herself as a moderate. We all know she's not a fucking moderate. She's a crazy leftist.
I'm looking forward to the debate.
I saw something great today. There's apparently riots and protests starting out in California. And you're
About
never going to believe why.
why?
The Black Caucus of California stopped reparations. They voted against reparations, so they didn't go through in California.
No. Wasn't California so far in debt anyway? How in the hell can they afford to pay anybody reparations?
Well, they've been paying Oakland residents like so much money a month for a while now.
Well, yeah,
They're
that's why they're so far into debt.
We actually have a rainy day fund here in Pennsylvania. And we've been building it up for years, probably the last 15, 20 years. And we have a surplus right now. And our governor wanted to blow through that entire fund to fund one of his crazy ideas. I'm sorry, Mike. Maybe after he watches the debates, maybe he'll change his mind after he sees how crazy Kamala is and how she's doesn't have any policies. We've got a boxing club. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Turn around. Boxing club.
There are never Trumpers out there. There are people out there who don't like him because of his hair, who doesn't like him because he's too outspoken and he's not always politically correct and he's an egotistical ass and they don't look at policies. They vote on personality. They vote with
Then they shouldn't be
emotions instead
voting.
of logic.
They shouldn't be voting then.
Hi, Eric Roberts.
Hi, Eric. Long time. What's going on? So yeah, it's been a crazy year for politics. Because who would have thought that the Black Caucus would be the ones that shoot down reparations in California? Talk about irony, right? So, and you're right. People vote up because of the stupidest shit, and that's why we're in the situation that we're in now. You know,
Well, I got one friend who says that they're going to vote for Kamala because they want to be a part of making history.
you want to be a part of the reason why our country collapses and turns into Venezuela.
We
Nice to
had
know.
that conversation. She throws shit at me all the time, and I just throw back policy, policy, policy of Trump's, policy, policy. I don't
No,
like him. He's mean.
yeah, it is scary. That's Eric Roberts is Fry. You know that, right?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Moose.
Apparently, he's getting ready to move out of his dad's house. So yeah, it is scary when you first move out, bud. But it gets easier as time goes on, and you get used to working and paying your bills, and
You'll get used to the dish fairy not being there or the laundry fairy or.
I think he does all of that himself anyway already. I could be wrong, but how was your trip? I know you went out and visited your grandfather and uncles and stuff. Was it a good trip? Is that where you're moving? You're going to move out with that where they are? I hate this 15-second delay because I got to sit here and wait for answers.
Yes, you do.
What is that? Ha, you didn't think I'd catch it, did you? Harry Potter, really? Who the hell did you get this stuff from? It's all Disney and stuff. Huh? Anybody want a Harry Potter iron-on patch?
No.
Can I iron it on you, Kitty? Put it right here on your back.
Yeah, the trip went good, and I might be moving in with my uncle.
Gotcha. Just be careful. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into when you're moving in with somebody. When you visit, it's a lot different than moving in permanently. But I hope it goes well for you, bud. I do. I want you all to do well. I really do. And if we can help you out with some way, we're always here for moral support at the least. Cora, your angel wings
Yes.
are over here.
My what? My angel wings?
Yeah, Mom has angel wings over here.
Oh.
I wouldn't take them out of the case. You're gonna mess them up, is what you're doing. They're just felt, aren't they?
What, you can't see my halo? It's not on straight enough. I need wings too.
Here, there, Mom's got them out. That's for like a little kid or a midget. Now I want a midget.
I heard her laugh.
You'll lose guest status. Good conversations or listening in helps. Well, yes, we're all over the place. I'll admit that. But I think that's part of the entertainment factor of it. You never know what the fuck you're going to hear. Don't you hate me? Mom hates me when I say the F word. I should stop saying it as much, but
Eric says, yeah, I'm going to do a week-long visit with my uncle to see if it'd be a good fit. Maybe give it 2.
I'd be more like a month,
Yeah.
honestly. Because, yeah, you're not... A week, you're still guest. 2 weeks, still a guest. After a month, you're starting to see habits and understand what their daily routine is like and how it's going to affect you at the same time. Mike says little person. Fuck that. They're a midget.
That's why you need to have your own space. You know, an extra bedroom in case things don't work out. They can always move to the extra bedroom.
They took in and ruined it in Florida. Well, they tried to ruin it. I think they got in trouble. The little people got mad because the one income source they had, Florida tried to ban it. Because you used to be able to go to Florida and do a midget toss. That was a thing at bars. They'd set up these big foam things. And no, it was in Florida too. One I'm talking about was in Florida. But yeah, you can go down there and throw a midget.
What brought up tossing little people?
The midget wings.
What triggered you?
The midget wings.
Oh,
Of course. What made you think about throwing little people? Well, have you ever had a midget punch you in the balls? Not a fun time,
no.
let me tell
You have?
Yeah.
I don't have balls,
Long
Chris.
story. Long story. Not getting into it, but yeah, it was not the funnest of activities, and yeah, it's a dragon. Looks like a mechazoid or something.
Oh God, we went from wings to midgets to now dragons.
It's Mom's fault. Look. She asked me where that came from. Can you see it? Probably small way back there.
Lord, Chubbs.
Subs have gas or what?
Shit, I should have never fed him that broccoli.
Ooh, broccoli. That's a good gas maker.
Mm-hmm. Make my eyes water.
Mike said, damn phone. Oh, it spelled squirrel wrong.
I know what he meant.
Interesting. Trump said he will put a 100% tariff on countries that don't use the U.S. dollar. Well, that's one way to either make us go down faster or bolster us for a little bit longer.
Right, Mike?
Mike says I need weed to follow this conversation. Maybe acid would be better.
No.
What are you saying hey about? I'm just talking about him following my brain thoughts. I don't know if weed's strong enough for that. Wow. That's all I'm going to say to that one, Jamie.
Big nuts. Oh, hell.
Did you break it now?
Get a ball, Mike, a big one, Thomas says. Mike says mushrooms.
I told you it's a scary place in my brain.
We need to slow it down.
What? Okay. Like a drug buffet. Andrew says my brain trips enough already.
I like turtles, Thomas says I like turtles. What? Oh, God.
Turtle. Fucking Dana
Lord.
Carvey, Master of Disguise, when he dressed up like a turtle.
Yeah.
You know, he does a podcast with David Spade,
Does he?
and they've actually been making so much fun of Biden. It's been hilarious. I'll have to find some clips and post them.
Drive over and share, Mike.
I'm driving everybody nuts. Is that what you're telling me? Imagine being my psychiatrist.
No.
Not anymore. I had one. I drove them nuts. So what's everybody having for supper tonight? Corey's going, not broccoli.
No, I had leftover Chinese at 3:30. So I'm thinking there's not going to be anything until Chubbs' snack time before bed. That would be a long ride for you, Mike.
I think it's supposed to be nice weather for the next week.
This week, yeah, it's supposed to get warmer and drier, no rain.
All right, here, I'm handing this stuff back to you.
Andrew says the doc becomes the patient. After you get done talking to Chris, yes.
Yep. No
I have nicotine and caffeine, Mike. Moose is going to have spaghetti.
Is that both or is that no?
Moose, Eric.
Yeah, that's Fry.
Yeah, Moose.
I thought you said boats. I'm sorry, I misheard you.
I think he said everybody called him Moose one of the first nights he was on Discord.
Pusketty. There's a freaking fly. Do you see this damn fly?
Oh, Chris.
Get off my camera. What's right on my camera? It's in my face. Covering me up.
Chicken cacciatore.
Who's having that? I might have to go there for something.
Well, I was going to say maybe we need to head to Andreas.
Here, Mom, take this, please. Well, never mind.
What are you having, Chris?
Wanted to go. I don't know yet. It's going to have green beans, whatever it is. Haven't really looked and seen what we have in there yet. Mike saw the fly. Yeah. That was a pretty good movie back in the day, too. Who was in that movie? Do you remember, Cora?
What movie?
The Fly.
No. The original or the remake?
The original, back in the 80s.
That wasn't the original, Chris. The original was back in the 50s.
Oh well, the original to me was the '80s. I wasn't alive in
I
the '50s.
I watched the original.
Oh, sorry. Did you
To
go
think
to
some
the pharmacy today?
me? Who are
No,
you
Mom.
talking to? Thomas says to think some college kid could write their thesis on this group. Probably so.
They'd get an A+ if they got it right. Goldblum
Mike
did
said
the remake, then yeah. I thought that
the
was the original. Sorry.
the fly, Eric.
I forget that, horror movies go back longer before the '80s. Most of them.
Yes they do.
The Blob and Frankenstein, Dracula.
What was
It's
Bear
some kind of
Beowulf?
costume. Beowulf?
Yeah, that was a good one. I enjoyed that one. It was kind of a little scary, but it was like a love story too, I think. The ending really surprised me.
That was based off a Shakespeare
Yeah.
play, I think.
In summary, they're bonkers crazy.
But we're fun.
Hey, we're a lovable bunch.
Yeah, there was the Fly 2 in the '80s.
Let's see here.
Corey's doing research.
"1958" film.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Directed by Kurt Newman, starring Vincent Price and David Hedison.
Vincent Price, he was a master of horror. I liked him too. I wasn't knocking him.
The Fly spawned two sequels, Return of the Fly in 1959 and The Curse of the Fly in 1965, both starring Vincent Price.
Vincent Price starred in House on Haunted Hill, I believe.
Oh, that was a good movie. Homosexual N-words from outer space. Cal.
Take care, Andrea. Have a good night. Enjoy your dinner. I can't
See you
say I've
later,
ever seen
Andrea.
that one, Hal. Cal, that sounds like one that would have been in the back section of the video store where kids weren't allowed. Cal put in homosexual N-words from outer space. Looney Tunes. You're going to open them.
Cal says it's a real porno. Not kidding.
I don't doubt it.
Oh God, Chris will be looking up that one to see what kind of music's playing in it.
No, I'm not.
Like the Swedish one.
I didn't. I looked that one up after somebody told me it was out of it.
Cal, if I would look that up, then you know what would be showing up on my Facebook feed, my news feed, my Google feed. I'm now looking it up.
Use the Brave browser. But I'm not looking it up either now. Not my type of thing, bud. If you're into that, you have fun with it. I'm not going to judge you for it. More power to you.
I just don't want it all in my news feed. Godzilla meets the Geisha girls.
Dave puts the puke thing up. The conversations we have on this channel.
How you know it?
There's something for everybody, apparently. Oh my. What?
I remember sitting watching the Godzilla movies when I was little. Godzilla meets Mothra. What the hell are you showing now?
Hairy
Oh,
Monster holding Bugs Bunny from
no, that's. Do you know what his name is?
Hairy Monster, wasn't it?
No, it's Gossamer.
Really?
No, yeah, I've been a big Bugs Bunny fan for years.
So have I. I've been to Great Adventure and stuff down in New Jersey, which is based on Warner Brothers characters. They have the Bugs Bunny and all them running around.
Yeah, that's Gossamer.
Nice. I learned something new today.
Yeah.
Cal says, "Hey, I got told about it in high school. Later confirmed it after I got internet." Bruce says, "Always is." I'm thinking she's talking about me saying about the conversation. I love old Godzilla movies. Yeah, I like the old Godzilla better than the new ones.
I do too. You can sit and look at some of them old movies and stuff and think, man, back then it was like you were glued to the TV and you thought that that was just the tits. And then you see them now as we're older and we're thinking, man, those are kind of corny. Look at the background on there and look at, you can see the different things they tried to paste in.
Hey, Casey, welcome in, bud. Eric says a lot more. This is a lot more chaos than I remember. We've always been this way, pal. I'm always all over the place. Casey has Trump socks. Nice. I usually don't wear socks. The only time I wear socks is when why are you throwing shit at me now?
Squirrel.
Randy's Black Label Quick on Resin and Goo. Okay, that's just going in the wrong place in my brain, but glass, metal, ceramic cleaner. Well, I'll test that later. Sorry.
Yeah.
We're talking socks, right? Oh, no, we were talking about how we go all over the place all the time. Yeah. Case in point. So, yeah, you're always guaranteed. If you don't like the conversation, just wait about 5 minutes. It'll be on something different.
Sometimes it don't take that long with Chris.
Dave has Trump Lego figures. Andrew still has his Trump gnome. Watched the 1953 version of War of the Worlds yesterday.
Yeah, you can see the wires.
Any Nightmare Before Christmas fans?
I buy Trump t-shirts.
These are buttons for like on a shirt or something. I'm gonna hit mom with them.
Don't hit your mother. She's the only one you've got.
Always grab Trump flag. I would love to, but I'm always broke, Casey, so. Even more broke right now. I'm paying for Katie's bills plus mine, and
about time that young'un goes and gets another job.
Foundation. I have to cover some foundation bills right now. I've seen the Tom Cruise one. I like that one. I actually bought that one Fry.
I didn't know Tom Cruise did one.
Yep. He did it. It's actually pretty good. I almost didn't watch it, and I'm glad I did because I actually liked it and bought it. You have copies of both? Nice. I mean, you can find most movies online somewhere if you want to watch them that way. And with the way things are going, most people are going to start pirating movies again because when you do the right thing and actually buy the movies like through Redbox, and then Redbox goes out of business and says, fuck you, you can't see your movies. Yeah, I'd be pissed.
There's still red boxes around?
No, Redbox went bust, but
Oh,
they had an online streaming service where you could buy movies online,
yeah,
and now that they went balls up, you can't get to your movies that you bought,
really?
and they're in bankruptcy, so you can't to go after them for the money back. There's a parody of Tom Cruise War of the World. Yeah, it's in one of the scary movies, isn't it? I think if I remember right. I like the scary movies. They parody all the funny, movies. Like the one had it was a scene from the movie Rings, and
That was a fucked up movie. The Ring.
The Ring, yeah, yeah. There's a scene where the girl crawls out of the um TV and goes after the black girl, and the black girl starts beating her with a fucking broom.
That was a messed up movie.
Uh, Now the best part out of any scary movie. Have you ever seen the parody of scary movies?
No,
Uh, the best part's the parrot from Scary Movie 2.
I don't
Polly
watch a
want a
lot of
cracker?
movies.
Polly wants a piece of your mama's sweet ass.
Oh, jeez. Do you ever see Ghost Ship?
I don't think I've seen that one. I don't
You
think I've
gotta
even
watch
heard.
that one. Yeah, you gotta watch it. It's an older movie, but you gotta watch it. The endings it will blow your mind.
Kind of like The Sixth Sense.
Yeah,
You watch that to the end, and then all of a
yeah,
sudden it hits you with that reality. I don't want to
mm,
ruin it for anybody who hasn't seen it. Hey, take care,
yeah.
Mike. Andrew, Google did the same to me with music. I spent a lot of money on albums, and then Google announced they were not selling music anymore.
Stay blessed,
Uh,
Mike. See you in the morning on the Facebook.
yep. I say good morning to him every morning as well. Mike's an early riser.
Mm-hmm.
He's usually up way before I am.
I think he's usually up around 5, I think, sometimes earlier.
Now, usually he's up by 4 most days.
Right? If it's not physical, you don't own it, you're renting it. They can pull shit at any time. That's like through Prime Movies. You'll buy shit, and next thing you know, it's gone. And Amazon just says, sorry about your day.
Yeah.
Same way with Kindle
So far,
books.
I've been lucky with Vudu. Vudu's been pretty good, but you compare it with Movies Anywhere, and it'll pull your movies from Warner Brothers and all that and put them all into one place, so that if they try and pull them from you, you can still access them usually. Yeah, definitely, Cal. If they're gonna screw you over, um, Lewis, what's his last name? There's a YouTuber named Lewis from New York, and he's really big about that. He's been really going after them, telling them that piracy isn't illegal since they're doing all this stupid shit. What is Callie's mom doing? If you buy a book, they can't take them from you. Yeah, I've done
Yeah, they
that.
do. Kindle does. Amazon does.
Well, no, he means a physical book, not the
Oh,
actual.
no. Right. Yeah, because
Well,
you can
y'all,
buy books and music off of Amazon and then decide to close your account on Amazon and you lose everything that you've bought.
that would upset me.
Well, yeah, it does a lot of people.
But if you don't read the fine print,
Yeah.
that's where they get people. It says right here, well, Disney tried to use the ultimate fine print bullshit with that lady that died there at their restaurant that says that it's anyone with an allergy can eat there and not have to worry about dying.
Right.
And they killed her. And then Disney's like, oh, well, you agreed to the terms of service when you signed up for Disney Plus, that trial. So you have to
Right.
go through arbitration. Thankfully, the courts, they didn't even get to court. They saw the social backlash on social media from that. And they
And they
came out and said,
settled.
oh, no, they didn't. Well, they're still going to court under something else. But they took that one off the table. They weren't going after him for that anymore. So then they came out with this, oh, we something about humanity and blah blah blah, and I'm like, yeah, the only reason you're saying anything is because you fuckers got caught. That's it.
Right.
But all right, y'all, I think we're gonna call it a day. I appreciate you being here and hanging out with us.
Thanks for the
Hopefully you had a
invite.
good time riding the roller coaster that is my brain. Keep all hands and feet and heads inside the ride at all times.
Right.
But
Stay safe, everybody.
all right, thanks,
Stay
Cora.
blessed.
I'll
Toodles.
shoot you a message in the morning.
Alrighty. I'll get it.
All right,
See ya. Bye.
take care. All right, everybody, be safe. Have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow. We're out. Peace. Later.